Bringing you the world's best rankings with the world's worst announcer. We're looking at the 1994 FIFA World Cup. We're using real scores but making economic adjustments. This is to show who's the best if all countries had the same amount of wealth and population. In the first game, Germany wins 1-0. However, Bolivia is going to get a 2.5 goal for the economic difference between the two countries, meaning Bolivia's played more efficiently than Germany for what they have. Next is Spain and South Korea. 2-2 is the real score. No economic adjustments. They're viewed as equals. That means Bolivia retains first place so far. Third game, America versus Switzerland. This one ended in a draw in 1994. But Switzerland is going to get the one goal because they have such a small population compared to the U.S. That puts Switzerland into second. Italy versus Ireland, we all know what happened with this one. A huge upset. Plus Ireland's going to get the economic bonus. Which means Italy's in big trouble with that goal difference. If you look at the rating here, it's a mix of winning percentage and score difference percentage. So Ireland in first place, Italy in last. Colombia versus Romania. 1-3. Huge win for Romania. That should put them in second, and it does. Next match, Belgium versus Morocco. 1-0 was the final score. Morocco will get a half goal for economic disadvantage, but that's not going to be enough. That's only enough if it's a tie. So Belgium opens up with a win, and they're tied with Switzerland in fourth place. Next match, Norway versus Mexico. 1-0 to Norway. They pull off an upset. They're going to get a half goal, I think, as well. Yes, they do. So that goes to the score difference. Ireland's still in first place. Italy's still in last. Cameroon versus Sweden. What an effort by Cameroon. A small, poor country against a rich country. They get one goal difference. That's big. Cameroon with a huge win. Sweden with a huge loss. Brazil versus Russia. Brazil will easily handle this game. I don't think there's any economic difference. And that is the final. Brazil now in first place. Well, they're tied in first place with Ireland. Okay. Netherlands and Saudi Arabia. Let's see if Ireland can keep this up for the opening match for these two countries. 2-1. Saudi only gets a half goal difference, or extra, and so they will still lose the match, and Netherlands will come out on top. Argentina versus Greece. 4-0, that's huge. That's going to put them in first place, I believe. Yes, it will. Look at that score difference percentage. Greece will be in last then. Germany versus Spain. Germany really needs this. Oh, but they tie, and Spain is going to get a half goal for economic difference. And they will come away with the win. And now Germany's in big trouble, even ranked below America. That's terrible. This was one of Germany's worst World Cups ever, I think. Nigeria versus Bulgaria. Nigeria just totally destroys Bulgaria. There's no economic difference, advantage for either country. So Nigeria gets the full 3-0. And they're going to be listed now in second, right below Argentina. Look at that, folks. And Brazil and Ireland in third still. Romania versus Switzerland. Here we go. 1-4. Romania will only get a half goal. 1.5-4. That's a huge scoring difference. Switzerland now in sixth place, and they're 2-0. America versus Colombia. And Colombia is going to get 1.5 after the final score 2-1. So Colombia gets the win just by a half goal, just barely. Squeaks out of it, even with the own goal. So Colombia deserved to win that match if we look at economics. And now Italy and Norway. Italy finally gets, well, no, they get a draw because Norway's going to get one goal because they're tiny compared to Italy. And Italy just not doing too good this World Cup. They really played terribly, but still somehow got to the final in real life. South Korea versus Bolivia ends in a draw. Bolivia is going to get that economic handicap goal, and they're up in 4th place, 2-0. Mexico versus Ireland, big match. Mexico won the game 2-1. Ireland's only going to get a half goal, so that's going to be a win for Mexico. That'll take Ireland far away from 1st place, it looks like. Yeah, down to 10th place. And Mexico up to 14th. Brazil versus Cameroon. 3-0. That should really help out Brazil, but there's a 1 goal bonus for the economic difference. So Brazil adds to their ranking. Cameroon up in 12th place now, not doing too bad. Sweden versus Russia. Sweden really needs this after that opening loss, and they got it. There's going to be no, I don't think, oh yeah, Sweden even gets 0.5 difference. Wow, that's surprising. Okay, so 3.5 to 1. And Sweden up into 11th place now. And we can see down here Greece, Bulgaria, and Russia, Italy doing terrible. Next game, Saudi won 2-1 against Morocco, and Morocco gets that half goal for economic difference. But Saudi Arabia will still come away with the win with a much narrower goal difference. Goal difference is very important in this. Belgium versus Netherlands. Let's see if they can keep it up. Belgium won 1-0 against Netherlands. That's huge. No economic difference, so the score remains. And Belgium in 4th place. Wow. Right behind Brazil. Right above Bolivia. Argentina versus Nigeria. A huge game for the 1st and 2nd team. Argentina won at 2-1. Nigeria gets a half goal for economic disparity, and Argentina comes away with a huge win, knocking Nigeria down into 6th place. Bulgaria versus Greece. Oh man, Bulgaria back in it. They were down at the bottom of the rankings, but that's going to help them a lot. So they're up in 9th place now. Greece is way down there, right below Russia. America versus Romania. Romania takes it. They're also going to get a bonus here. 1.5 goals, in fact. So that's quite a big scoring difference. So Romania up in 8th place. U.S. goes down to 20th place, right above Russia and Greece, and below Italy. Germany and Italy doing terrible. Switzerland and Colombia. Colombia takes that. They're going to knock Switzerland out of the number 4th place, and they also get a half goal difference. That's real bad for Switzerland. Switzerland goes all the way down to 10th, and Colombia's up in 10th, so they're tied. That tied them up. Great game by Colombia. Bolivia versus Spain. 3-1 is the 1-3, I should say, is the final. Bolivia gets 1.5 goals for the economic difference, but that's not going to be enough. Spain takes the win, and they are up in 7th place now, tied with Romania, and that will take Bolivia down to 5th place. Germany versus South Korea. Germany really needs this. They got it. I don't think there's any different. Well, actually, there probably is going to be a half goal, but that's not going to be enough for South Korea. Final score 3-2.5, and Germany works their way up a little bit to 14th, so they don't embarrass themselves too bad. Right above South Korea, right below Mexico. Ireland versus Norway. Draw. And I think Ireland, because of a little bit of economics, gets a half goal, a little bit of economic difference there. Half goal, and Norway takes the loss, and Ireland back. They're now in 3rd place. Norway down to 6th, tied with Romania and Spain. Italy and Mexico draw, but Mexico is going to get a half goal for economic difference, which will give them the win. And they crawl up to 10th place, and Italy falls to 16th below Morocco, but right above America. Brazil versus Sweden. 1-1. Sweden. Oh no, there's no economic difference on that. That's surprising. 1-1. And that will put Brazil in the second. And Sweden, where are they? They're only in 9th place? Wow, okay. Russia versus Cameroon now. Whew, look at that. Oh man. Russia 6-1. Is that real? They get a goal. Cameroon gets an extra goal for economic difference, but man, 6-2. That's insane. That's bad for Cameroon. And that puts Russia up in the 13th. Now we got Morocco versus Netherlands, an important match for them. Netherlands wins. Ooh, but they're going to draw on the economic difference. 2-2. So Netherlands not looking too hot now. They're still ranked above Morocco, but only in 12th place. Next game. Belgium versus Saudi Arabia. Belgium needs to get back into this, but they lose. Saudi Arabia pulls off a huge upset, and there's no economic difference, and Saudi Arabia comes with the win and moves up to 8th place. Unbelievable. And Belgium down to 7th now. Belgium just made a huge mistake there. They screwed themselves over. Greece versus Nigeria. Nigeria 2-0 over Greece. They get a 5.5 goal economic difference, and Nigeria up in 3rd now. Greece in last, below even America. That's exactly where you don't want to be. That's bad. Okay, Argentina versus Bulgaria. Argentina's in first, but not for long, because Bulgaria, with a 2-0 win and a half goal economic bonus, 2.5-0. Argentina all the way down in 5th. Bulgaria moves all the way up from 3rd. They started the tournament terribly, and now they're in 3rd. Germany wins 3-2. The economic difference, because of population difference, in this case is going to be 0.5. So Germany finally gets a win, and they pull themselves out from the very bottom into 12th place. And Belgium falls all the way down to 11th. So they're about ranked the same, but Belgium holds a slight edge over Germany. Spain versus Switzerland, very important match for Spain. They get a huge win over Switzerland. Switzerland will get a half goal for economic difference, but that's not going to help them. Spain up to 5th place now. Switzerland, where did they go? They're all the way down in 14th, right above Russia and under Netherlands. Saudi Arabia versus Sweden. Saudi Arabia with that amazing win last time, but not this time. Sweden's back with a big win. Final is 1.5-3 after economics, wealth, population are considered. So Sweden up in 7th, tied in 7th now. Romania versus Argentina. 3-2. Romania with a huge upset. And they get a half goal for economic difference. And Argentina is looking like they're done. Romania up in 6th place. Netherlands versus Ireland. Can Ireland come out? Oh no, Netherlands knocks them down. They're going to lose that fourth spot with a final score of 2-0.5 after wealth and population are considered. And Netherlands now up in 9th, and Ireland falls all the way to 10th place. Brazil versus America. 1-0 Brazil. And they're also going to get an entire goal for economic difference, which gives us a final score of 2-0, and Brazil just absolutely destroying everybody now with 3 wins and 1 draw and a rating of over 100. Wow. Nigeria versus Italy. This is big for Nigeria. Oh my gosh. 1-2. Oh, and they get the draw. So that'll keep them in contention, but they will fall to 3rd, and Bulgaria will move up to 2nd. And Italy looking terrible now, all the way down in 20th place below South Korea. Mexico versus Bulgaria. 1-2. A huge game for Bulgaria with a whole goal for economic difference. 1-3 in favor of Bulgaria. Unbelievable. And Bulgaria is inching their way back toward Brazil and trying to get away from Nigeria. Italy versus Spain. Spain's in 4th but they lose to Italy. They're going to get a half goal, I think. That's not going to be enough. Italy takes the huge win, and Spain falls to 6. Italy moves up to 17th place, but they're still behind Russia. That's embarrassing. Okay. Netherlands versus Brazil. 2-3. And Brazil is just unstoppable now. 4 wins and 1 loss. Netherlands nowhere to be seen, way down in 11th place with Belgium. Bulgaria versus Germany, huge match. Bulgaria pulls off a huge upset, and they're going to get one whole goal for economic difference, and they are in contention. They are right behind Brazil in number 2. And Germany falls to 15th, below Russia. Just like Italy, Romania and Sweden. Sweden wins 3-2. Romania gets only a half goal. That means Sweden is going to squeak by and then move up to 5th place, right below Bolivia and right above Spain. Romania is now in 8th. Bulgaria versus Italy. Italy 2-1. What's the economic handicap going to be? It's going to be 1, so they're going to draw. They're going to draw, but that's going to take Bulgaria's rating down quite a bit. But they do maintain 2nd place. Italy's going to have to stay below Russia. And the next game is Sweden versus Brazil. 1-0. And Sweden's hopes are done, and Brazil just increases themselves in the standings, even though the rating went a little bit down because of the small goal difference. But they're still doing great with 5 wins and 1 draw. Sweden versus Bulgaria now. Sweden just knocks out Bulgaria. That's going to take them down. That's going to ruin any hope Bulgaria has of winning first. And Sweden will move up into 4th place, a very respectable position amongst this tight competition. Brazil versus Italy in the final. It's not going to change much. Brazil's just going to make themselves look better now, and they're going to get an extra half goal for economic difference as well. And Brazil finishes with a rating of over 100. Unbelievable. They won in real life, and these economic statistics prove that they deserve the win, at least against these, this selection of countries. There are a lot of other good countries. If they all had the same wealth and population, there could be different countries, a lot of different countries that qualified, but it's still a very intense tournament. And we can see how everything looked. Germany and Italy completely failed this tournament. I mean, Italy got 2nd in real life, but it's not enough when you're considering economic and wealth difference.